me as I transform from this to that.
All right, so my hair is completely braided down and ready for installation. The hair that we're going to be using today is the Lulutress Waterwave in a 14-inch. I have it in a number 2. I usually use 1 or 1B, but I found that in this hair, the number 2 makes it look way more natural, and that's what I'm going for. This is my go-to hairstyle. I wear it at least twice a year, and I get a lot of compliments. It looks really natural, like it's growing from my scalp, and that is what I'm going for. We're going to start off in the back and work our way up using our handy dandy crochet hook. So let's get into it. I purchased 3 packs of this hair, and here's a little tip. Because I already know that I'm going to split this hair at least into 2, I've already opened the pack. I've opened 2 because I know I'm going to use at least 2 packs for a full look. I've split the hair, each strand at least into 2, and I've already laid it out on a wooden rack. It's going to cut so much time.
Starting off in the back, I'm doing a simple double knot to secure the hair in place as I work my way up. I have my pre-separated hair on the side of me in arm's reach. My iPad turned on to BET Plus, playing Sisters. I know I'm late. I'm trying to get through the latest season, and it's so good, y'all. Let me know how you're liking Sisters if you're into it. If not, put me on to what you're currently watching so I can add it to my watch list.
So this is where we are. The back is completely filled. 2 of the rows on the side. It's nice and full. I am loving it already. All right, continuing on. Having the hair pre-separated and ready to go saves so much on time. So I have all of it filled in, just remaining these last 2 rows here. I'm most likely going to rock a middle part, so I'm going to fill that in. Very nice and seamless, although I'm going to still go back and tease it with a comb and a teasing brush. But the approach that I use for this part is I pull it through as normal, but this time I take one side only and pull it through like that. I'll do it again on the other side. Taking it from my rack, which has made life so much easier. Get that side pulled in. And I just hook one side. I usually just grab the hair and go ahead and flip that over. I do a little tug. And I'll continue on this way. And I'm taking smaller pieces. The pieces are a little bit thinner than the rest of the head. So here we go again. Pull it through. Cross it over to the side. And I'm making them as close as possible. I'm making no gaps in between the spaces. All right, so I'm going to fill the rest in like that, and then we'll see where we are from there. All right, so we have it completely filled in. I am loving it. What I'm going to do is add 2 last pieces right here in the front. I do this not only for fullness, but because I like a few pieces to dangle on my forehead when I chop it up. So I'm going to add 2 thin pieces right at the front. Like this. And we are on our way to cutting, chopping up, framing layers to my face. Let's get to it. Okay, so before we cut, I went ahead and started teasing out in between the parts. You see how this looks more seamless without showing the knots versus here that hasn't been done. So now I'm going to do this one for you. I'm going to use the comb first, moving it up and down, teasing it out like this. Then I come behind it with a hard bristle brush and get on top of the knots like that. Come back in with the comb, teasing it out. And let's take a look. It is disguising the knots. I'm not going to really show that part, so I'm cool with it like that. But now I'm going to go ahead and get the middle part done, because this is what I'm going to primarily use and show. So I'm going to do the same thing. Get this section of the hair. Use a comb to start teasing that down. Let's take a look. I'm not being too aggressive with it. I don't feel any pain. It's not uncomfortable at all. Then let's go in with the brush again. The brush is hard, so I can just softly rub into it to make that effect. But you see the difference between this side that hasn't been teased out versus this side? I can go in a little more, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now until I cut and see what else I need to do. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this side and then come back with the cut. All right, so we have the knots disguised and it's time to use our scissors and cut. So first, I'm working on my length. And I don't want a blunt cut, so I would not be cutting like this. I'm going to cut downward in an angle, right? And I'm going to do that all the way around. All right, so now let's work on getting some layers in. This is where I'm going to go higher from an angle and slightly cut down. All right, so we're chopped up. She's big, she's cute. I'm going in with a spritzer. I have it filled with leave-in conditioner and water. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz her down a little bit. Not too much. And this is the most I put on this hair. No mousse, no foam, just a little water and leave-in conditioner. All right, I'm back. It is the next day, and this is the final look. I like. It's big, but not too big. Natural looking. How do you like it? I love it. All right, so please like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good jazz. Thank you. Bye.